So I'm going to get ready and do nothing. Eric, can you give me a cup out of there?
Is it a cup?
Yeah. I said, today is, you know what? Us just doing nothing, boo. I said, shoot, some people really need to not do nothing. And I said, that motherfucking knee, I don't want to hear about that knee no more. I said, shit, but it hurt. The fuck? What she supposed to say? No, I need a glass, son. Yeah, from out of the cabinet. And everything. So, my knee be hurting in the middle of the night, and I be in pain. And God said, yeah, you don't even want to see what that nigga look like in the morning, but he be looking fucked up. And I said, I be having to adjust my face. That's that nigga. I said, shit, who is this nigga pretending to be? And I said, yeah, he ain't pretending to be nobody, but he want to act like, you know what? He don't want nobody to look at him in the morning time. Well, fine then. Shit. Don't look at me in the morning, but you don't give a fuck. You be like, yep, shoot, this is me. Hey, how you doing? And that's it. I said, shit, she ain't get up to wash her face, brush her teeth for that bitch. I said, yeah, you ain't royalty, nigga. Okay, and that's what dreams are made of, boo. I said, a lot of people want to not say YOLO. You only live once, but shit, what the fuck is up with you? A lot of people want to talk to this and talk to that and say this and say that. I said, please. When this bitch changed her name, everybody came up with pseudonyms. Everybody changed their name. And I said, ain't that the truth? I said, you got so many doppelgangers out here. It's crazy, boo. I said, don't we know it? Where's the originator at? Because I don't want to see none of these fake ones. And that's how the fuck my mama is. My mama will sit on the couch and be looking at people like, yeah, you got that from my daughter. You too, bitch. And you too. And you too. And that's how the fuck my mama was and is. She like, yeah, now you want to do this and that thing like her and shit and act like, what, you came up with that shit? I said, you stalking me, bitch. And she is. See? And that's why I don't fuck with people. And I'll be like, shoot. Even my stepfather like, yeah, she don't fuck with nobody. And I don't. I said she really just fucks with her kids. And now she just fuck with me too. And I said, shit, that's all she need. Fuck y'all. That's all I need. Fuck the rest. I said, shit, she ain't entertained by none of these niggas. I said, don't we know it, bitch? And that last one, shit, that situation ship, he can get it.